T5. Right here. First done. And I need to draw my circuit. So I have a supply 7.5 volts. Right this here. And then I have a personal component. It's a T-Series T5000. So that's a transistor. Then goes to a resistor. And back to the negative terminal of my battery. That's a 10k ohm resistor. So then I have a second part of T-Series T5000. That's my infrared LED. And then it goes for to another one resistor. That's my 220 ohm resistor. Then in my circuit I have another one, 2 resistors. Just that's 10k ohm resistor, and then another one 10k ohm resistor, gonna 10k ohm, and then all of the goes to my op amp. Here is a schematic ground for op amp. So the little triangle. Then I have a non-inverting input here, inverting input here, the output here. So the main not inverting input, no, my inverting input connected to between those two kk ohm resistors. My non-inverting input connected, so I just showing the connection past that. And that's connected to my transistor over here, or my T-Series T5000. And the final part, I have a VCC minus, and I have a pin 11 here. I'll show that's a pin 11. That's connected together. Then I have here my LED, just a regular LED, and my resistor. 220 ohm. So the circuit built. Actually I just gotta put some more. So that's a VCC plus, that's a third pin, that's a second pin, that's a first one pin, and here's a pin 11. Okay, now we're just gonna build my circuit. Start with the TCRT 5000, so gonna plug that in. Yep. Then 10K ohm resistor. So here is I have a 10K ohm resistor. Gonna plug that in. Then my 220 ohm resistor. To my second leg of TCRT 5000. And we need to connect that as well. In the positive charge. So gonna plug this in here. And the second wire to the row. Yep. So the first part done. Then I have my two 10K ohm resistors. So first resistor I'm gonna plug to the positive, one leg to the positive rail of my breadboard, because it's gonna split the current, I mean the voltage, but the current as well. And then the second 10K resistor I'm gonna plug in the same row, but in this time in a negative rail. So now we move for the interesting part. That's my op amp. Gonna plug the op amp up first. Here we go, that's inside. Here is a little notch, so I know that's the first, second, third, and a fourth, and pin 11, which we're gonna use. So now we need to plug connect our op amp. So I'm gonna use the red wire for that. Red wire here to the pin 4 of my op amp. Then I have another one. I need a negative charge, so I'm gonna plug this in 11 and the black wire. So I'm not actually roll up. Yeah, here we go. Then I have to connect I have to connect my pin 2 between the resistors. So I'm gonna put that in. And to the pin 2. Actually, here. I'll actually gonna move this a little bit. That'll be a little bit better. Yeah. And then I need to connect my pin 3 of my op amp with the first leg of my TCRT 5000. So I plugged it in by another one green wire and over there. So and now at first pin I'm gonna connect with the 220 ohm resistor and my LED. So I'm gonna plug the first the LED. So my LED in, and then the resistor. Here we go. Yeah. And a couple tanks. I need to connect both sides of my breadboard because they are separate. So here as well, and here. So now my circuit done. Gonna check this in a second. So now I have my circuit here, and we need to check the circuit if my circuit good. My LED will create the lights when I can put my finger over the TCRT 5000. So let's check. We have a 7.5 volts and 0.2 ohms. Gonna set the on. So we turn on the LED is not. So basically, if I touch the TCRT 5000, my LED is on. Yep, actually not circuit done. Really nice, really good. So the second thing that I need to check the voltage across the infrared LED of my TCRT 5000. So gonna plug the black wire across first leg and Now I'm just gonna set the multimeter. Yep, there should be approximately 1.2 ohms, volts. Even if I move the voltage a little bit, they'll be the same. Change slightly. So yep. Then final part of my test, I need to check the voltage across the LED. And then the final part, I need to measure the voltage across the 10 kilo ohms resistor. I need to measure the voltage there. So my 10 kilo ohms resistor connected with the input of my amp, and the voltage should be approximately 3.75 volts. That's what I get. So that's actually really close. So now that's done. I have tested the circuit, and now I need the notes. So the first note here is only for this connection. Sorry, for this connection here. And then this one over here, that's a disconnection. Then I have this node here, that's a disconnection here. That's my 10k ohm resistor with the positive rail of my breadboard. Then I have one node here. Actually, here. It's a connection with my second pin of op amp and two 10k resistors. So then I have a node here as well, here and here. So that's basically all the nodes about the resistors. So this resistor, back to the negative term, this resistor as well. Then I have this one node here. That's my not inverted input. That's this connection, my green wire here. Then the second, here was a third pin back to the my GCRT 5000. Here is a node as well. That's, I showed that before. That's my second pin of my LM 324, and with the connection between the resistors. And finally I have this node here. That's my first pin, just over there, connection with the LED. And I have my last pin here, that's LED with my last 220 ohm resistor, that's here. this connection here. So probably that's all. That's done, and yeah.